Hey everybody, I am Amanda Lenz and I am from ReVive Salon and the Blow Dry Bar, and I am taking over Strata's Instagram for Live at 5. So, hey! Happy Friday. I hope everybody is having as good of a week as they can and staying safe and doing well. It's the weekend. Hopefully that means that everybody working from home is going to have a lot more time to relax. I am not going into work yet, so I am spending time figuring out fun things to tell people to do with their hair. So if you do have any questions at any point, feel free to comment during the video, or you can message me later. My Instagram is at hairstory by Amanda or at ReVive Loves Hair. Once again, I'm Amanda Lenz from ReVive Salon. I own both businesses, so big hair nerd, big product nerd. So we're gonna talk quick about some summer hair care stuff, and then I have a little tutorial on trimming your own bangs, which normally as a hairstylist we don't support, but if you've been inside for 10 weeks, you're gonna need to do that. And just a couple tips on heatless styling. I think summer is a really good time to just have your natural hair, give it a break from the hot tools. It's gonna get humid and gross anyway, so just looking for more natural looks. So basically, the biggest thing you want to think about for your hair in the summer is making sure that you're protecting your hair and your scalp. You wouldn't go outside without sunblock on, hopefully, or being good to your skin. Same thing with your hair. So big things are, wearing a hat. It definitely helps with color fading and your hair getting dry. I love bandanas because they're a little cuter. So you could be wearing a bandana, and you also want to make sure that you're spraying your hair. So we have a bunch of different products. One of our main lines, Davines, has something called SUE, which stands for sun, and they have a hair milk, and this is protective. So this is like sunscreen for your hair. It's really good to put in your hair before you go swimming. If you're going into a pool, especially if it's not a saltwater pool, if it's a chemical pool, your hair is going to absorb everything that is in that pool. So all of those chemicals are going to get absorbed. So you want to be able to wet your hair, spray your hair with water, or like I said, use the milk and just create a protective barrier. The other thing with our hair is our scalp. So I like to do a lot of braids in the summer, pigtails, French braids, Dutch braids. The scalp, same thing. You got to make sure that you're really protecting that. So putting sunscreen on your scalp. If you're a man without hair, you're going to want to put sunscreen on as well. So just making sure that any skin that's exposed on your head, you treat the same way as your body, and you would put sunscreen on that. And you always want to make sure that you are washing your hair after you're in the pool. Those chemicals sitting in your hair a day, 2 days in a row really will start to cause your hair to be dry, and I don't really love the way my hair smells when I get out of the pool. So making sure that when you get out of the pool, you're done for the day, you're gonna shampoo your hair really well. My favorite shampoo is called a Simple Shampoo. This is biodegradable. It's like the most natural shampoo you could get. It's great for your skin after sun, great for the environment. It's by Davines. You can get this on our website too, and I'll link the website verbally at the end. But it's awesome. It's super hydrating. It's really liquidy. Men and women can both use it, and it's gonna moisturize your hair and your scalp. And another product I really love for men is by our men's line, Ruzel. This is a 3-in-1 tea tree shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. So if you're the kind of guy that doesn't want to deal with a lot of products, head to toe, tea tree, tingly, nice and cool. It'll make you feel really relaxed after you've been out in the warm heat all day. So those are the biggest things when it comes to summer hair care you want to pay attention to. Making sure when you're doing that shampooing that you're also conditioning really well. If you have a mask at home, use that. Or, like I mentioned, use milk of any type afterward just to really rehydrate your hair so you have awesome summer hair. The other thing that I thought would be fun for this live, as I mentioned, is trimming your own bangs. So I don't have bangs. I love bangs. They do not look good on me. So I have purchased clip-in bangs. If anybody out there has ever tried these, they're really fun. If not, you can buy bangs. So these guys were not expensive. They can be used with a little bit of heat, so you can restyle them. It's just called Modern Fringe. They're by a brand called Hair Do, and you're gonna clip them in and you're able to just trim them yourself. So I know that You know, if you have bangs, you could just trim them yourself. So hopefully you can take some tips from this as well, but I don't have them and I'm not gonna cut them for the sake of this. So I'm gonna clip these guys in, and please don't laugh at me because it's gonna look really silly at first. So it comes with, this is what it looks like. It's like a little pet gerbil. It has clips inside. So these clips in the front are gonna go on my hairline. And then the clips in the back are just gonna be able to secure it here. It does have hair for you to pull back onto the back of your hair. So you can blend it. These are a lot shinier than my hair. They do match my color pretty well. But if you ever buy any sort of fake hair to put in, you probably wanna use dry shampoo. Amika, best dry shampoo on earth. That'll just give it that dustier look, a little bit more natural look that the rest of us have. So I'm gonna clip these guys in. So what I found works best is if I kind of push my hair back off my hairline, and those first two clips in the front, I'm gonna clip onto my hairline. And I guess that's so my bangs don't blow with the wind too bad. This is so funny. I can't believe I'm doing this on the internet. It's really embarrassing, but also I hope somebody learns something. And then I'm gonna clip the back here, nice and tight. Okay. They're not the worst. They blend with my color pretty well. I think, you know, pushing some of this additional hair back is definitely helpful. And like I said, you can heat style them. But as you can see, they're just way too long in my eyes. And that's gonna, if I cut them shorter, that's gonna help them lay more naturally or let me come. Okay, so if you're gonna trim your own bangs, the biggest thing that you wanna do is you wanna create sections. I think a lot of times when people trim their hair at home, they take one big piece and cut it, and those make for really good bad hair videos. But you wanna take a comb and separate some of the hair out, because then you won't have as thick of a section. So I'm gonna pull half of that off, and I need a clip. I'm gonna clip these guys back here. Okay. So a good tip for people doing their bangs at home also is you don't wanna put too much hair in. So these guys are great because they're showing you this is way too long. But normally that would be part of your hairline, and you really don't want to cut into this stuff. It'll just end up growing in really creepy, and if you put your hair back, you'll have these little pieces. So the best thing you can do when you're doing this is just section as much as you can. And we want to just comb these guys straight down. If you're going for something side swept, you can comb them the direction that you want them to go, but I'd like to try and keep them straight, and then I can push them to the side. So I am going to put my comb underneath that section, and then I'm actually gonna push my comb into the hair. That way I have a straighter line that I can work on, and I can keep it closer to my forehead. You don't wanna be holding it out here. You wanna actually keep it as close to your forehead as you can. And that way you can use your scissors and feel against your comb. So I'm gonna cut against my comb with a point. It's a good guide to have. You don't wanna tape them to your face like people used to do in the 50s. Okay. So I'm getting those guys just a little shorter, and you could tell I kind of gathered them to the middle. That way I'm leaving length on the outsides of it. You're gonna wanna keep a towel handy to get all the stray hairs off your face. The other thing that I like to do in the under layer when I'm cutting them, don't put lip gloss on ahead of time, I just kind of learned that the hard way, is, you know, you'll notice that I was cutting with the point of my scissor. I wasn't cutting straight because we want to make them look softer. So even within like these pieces that are really chunky looking, you can put your comb in underneath them again. And this time I am gonna hold them out a little and just cut into the bottom. I really try to only do this in the under layer, because if I do this on the top layer and I'm not satisfied with it, There's no hiding it. And once again, I'm using clip-in bangs, so. See how that just kind of starts softening the ends up a little bit? It is risky. But these are fake bangs, so I can play. But regardless, they're gonna grow. The biggest thing is you can't, even if they're real, you're not gonna be able to, you can always take more off. If you go a little too crazy in the beginning, it's not gonna work out. So doing that, the other thing you can do, and I have to take my glasses off for this, is if you're comfortable, you can cut into them just while they're resting. But if you're somebody that's never cut your bangs before, don't be getting crazy because you're just gonna regret it. Another thing that we do at work a lot is we cut down. So going in down on an angle and cutting some of the weight out of those. See, I'm just getting that more natural jagged point to the bottom. And anybody who didn't see this earlier, these are fake clip-ins. They're super fun. People love to have a bang, but it's really hard in the summer when you're really hot. They're something that you're gonna have to style unless you have really silky hair naturally. Okay, so we did the first section. Now we're gonna drop the second section down. I would like to keep my glasses on for this because I'm kind of blind without them, so you could see, even though I did that first section, it already made the top just lay a lot softer and a lot less bulky. So I'm gonna go in with my comb again. This time I'm gonna lift that whole section. I'm putting my comb right in the middle. I'm not touching the outsides at this point. And I'm gonna cut all those little extra bits off. And then I'm gonna lift out a little bit and I'm just gonna cut the tips. I'm always really impressed when clients cut their own bangs without any help because it really is scary. And if you mess them up, you're kind of just stuck with it. So just creating a little bit piecier kind of look. For me, like I said, I like to kind of come down into them and I'm just lightly opening and closing the scissor. If you don't have hair cutting scissors at home, this is a problem. You could use a cuticle scissor, but if you're trying to use a big old kitchen shear, you're not gonna be happy. Okay, feeling pretty good about that. Maybe right there a little bit more. Okay. Get all that hair off me. Also doesn't help that it's incredibly humid, so after this is done, it's gonna look like I have man hair on my face. So then I'm gonna unclip these side bits a little bit. And I'm gonna pick these sections up. And I'm lightly gonna open and close coming down. Just to soften that a little bit. I don't want to cut my real hair or any hair behind the fringe. Same thing here. This side's always harder because it's your opposite side, so you're gonna bring your hand over the top, lightly opening and closing, just to kind of take some of that weight out. Now, me personally, I like fringes a lot lighter, but I don't want to make anything too advanced for anybody that's trying to do this at home, so don't go crazy. Just get enough that they're out of your eyes and that your hairstylist can continue working on them. The other thing you can do, like I said, is use a dry shampoo. If you're gonna buy the fake bangs, which is cheap, you can buy them online. I would use a little dry shampoo in these just to give them some texture so they look more natural. Dry shampoo, I can't believe it didn't exist before. I know people use baby powder, but this is the product that I would take with me on a desert island. Okay. So, bang trim, I can see. If you caught this in the beginning, I could not see at all. They look pretty cute. Like I said, I would probably take these pieces off, but they're fake bangs and I don't want to mess with them too much because I might change my mind later. So that's our bang trim at home. I'm going to take my bangs out for the rest of this because I want you to see that. Oh, thank you. Kay said I look good with bangs. My problem is that my hair naturally is really fuzzy. So it just, when I have bangs, it just doesn't work out. Nikki, I hope you're laughing at the fact that I just took a small gerbil off my head because that is hilarious. Yeah, so that's your bang trim. Less is more. You're gonna need clips. You're gonna need to do it in sections. If you're like me and you want bangs, but it's not gonna work out for you, buy the clip-ins, super fun. And you can buy clip-ins of anything at this point. So if you're going a little, hey Peach, if you're going a little crazy at home and you feel like I'm gonna have quarantine bangs, just buy them. One little piece, clips on. Okay, so that one's really cool. If you missed this, watch it on the replay. I think that they're gonna be hopefully saving it and reposting it. I have so much hair on my face, do you see this? Yeah, I'm gonna work on that when this is done, but for the sake of live, I'm gonna just keep going with this on my face. So the last thing or topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about is heatless styling. You know, like I said, this is a good time to give your hair a break. You're already gonna possibly be swimming, spending more time out in the sun. So you just wanna not be necessarily hitting it with the hot tools as much. And if you're the kind of person that spends a lot of time in your hair and then you go outside and it's humid, it just falls. So I always use a wet brush, wet and dry on my hair, best detangler ever. I always use an Invisibobble. If you've never seen these hair ties, they're incredible because they actually come really tiny. They stretch out and lock. It's kind of like a phone cord, if anybody remembers corded phones. But they're great for just tying your hair back, doing cute styles without putting a lot of pressure on your hair or causing any tearing or breakage. Or if your hair is wet and you do decide you need to put it back, these are gonna allow it to stretch a little bit more, so it won't yank your hair. So those are a good fan. I'm a big fan of those. Braids, I love braids. I don't always do them on myself very well because I can do them on other people, but that's a great way to just let your hair air dry a little bit, let it be a little bit wiggly, and they look cute by the pool. So remember to put sunscreen on your part, but hey Val, but you wanna make sure that if you're doing any type of braids, your hair is wet and it's dry and you're getting out of the pool, you're still gonna get in and you're gonna wash them. The other thing that I love to do, and I'm gonna try and show you it, but I'm gonna try and show you the back of my head, so I don't know if you're gonna see it right, but whatever, we're gonna try, is something my cousin and I do with our hair all the time. So I'm really big on putting my hair back, but just always putting my hair in a ponytail gets a little bit boring. So one of the things I like to do is like a little topsy-turvy pony. So I put my hair in the Invisibobble and I put it kind of low. And then I split it. Sorry, you're just gonna have to guess and then I'll turn around. I split it in the back and separate it. So you can see my hair ties lower. And then I'm gonna flip my ponytail up into it. And if you keep doing that, you can make a cute little, like, kind of like a folded, like, little Swedish girls have their hair rolled up. You can keep turning your hair into that and tucking it in, but I like to do it as a ponytail alternative. I'm gonna try and turn around and see if you can see it. So it looks a little fancy, a little bit more interesting than a regular ponytail. Did you see it? And then once my hair's back, because I'm using the Invisibobble, it's nice and soft. It looks a little bit like an updo, and I can kind of pull random pieces down and let my hair look soft. So I've actually done this for weddings in the spring, summer. Sometimes I'll curl it. Sometimes I wear it to one side. You could even braid this in like a three strand or a fishtail braid once you have that going. So there's kind of like endless styles once your hair is in that. Thanks, Nikki. Yeah, I'm trying to be more creative with my hair back because you grow your hair long and then you just put it back all the time. Bandanas, like I said, I'm a big bandana fan. I like the Rosie the Riveter look. You could tie these a million different ways, but normally I will just use them like a big square, fold them up till they become a little bit of a band, and then tie them up on the top of my head. These are really cute poolside too. I'm not gonna knot it because I'm gonna take it out, but you know, just doing something cute like that, even with your hair pulled back, It's a really cute summer alternative, and you know, you don't look so much like you don't care. Because quarantine makes you not care. The other thing that I just recently bought, I'm not proud of it because I really don't love Amazon, but I have fallen victim to some of the Amazon allure recently. But I bought this really cute set of hair clips. They were like, I think they were like $8. I haven't even opened them yet, but I'm gonna open them now. So they came in this box, designed just for me, very Amazon looking. But look at all these guys. Like I said, I'm trying to jazz up the normal ponytail. So there's cute little like pearly ones, there's gem tones, there's tortoise shell, and they have all sorts of different clasps. So some of them are kind of more like bobby pins. Some of them are actual clips. So if you had your hair back or down, you know, and you wanted to do cute little clips in them, or even just decorating the back of your hair. So like I said, if you're doing this for something a little more formal, you can put these guys into the back of your hair. I think, I don't know, it's just something cool. You're clipping your bangs out of the way. You don't want them to look so weak, but. So there's a lot of different things you can do just to jazz your hair up. Just make it look a little bit more kind of like special and different. The other thing that I meant to talk about on my last takeover was heatless curling rods. So these things are really cool. I don't know if anybody remembers these. They come in a crazy like assorted pack, which I don't know who would use these tiny ones. Maybe like if you're doing your kid's hair for a recital or something, but I actually used these not too long ago, and I think I put it on my work Instagram, which is at Hair Story by Amanda, but I put them in my hair. I just let them sit. My hair was already dry, and my hair looked like beautiful beach waves. So I think if you put it in your hair damp, or if you put it in your hair and then sprayed like a sea salt spray, Davines makes a sea salt spray that I love. It doesn't dry your hair out. That's on our website. But they're just a great alternative. So basically the way I found they worked was I took pretty big sections. I think I only had probably like 10 to 12 of them in my hair, but I wrapped them like this and then folded them up and twisted them. And it looked really funny, and I didn't really want to be seen once these were in, but I had them all over my head, and it worked out really, really well. So putting them even in your hair damp. I'm kind of hot right now, so that's probably even enough to make my hair start to get curly again. But these guys were really cool. They didn't hurt my hair. They were easy to take out. You can kind of already see the way that it's creating that shape, and they just have wire in them. So you can get a huge pack of them online. But those are just good alternatives, you know, even if you want to sleep with them in. So yeah, just quick review, our summer hair care. Like I said, you want to make sure that we're using heat protectant in our hair outside. Your shampoo and conditioning, masking. How long did I leave them in? I probably had them in like a half hour, about as long as I did my makeup. And I will say, putting them in my hair dry for a half hour, although they look good, they didn't hold for a very long time. So I would have probably misted my hair with water if I were to do that again, or sea salt spray, or put them in when your hair is a little damp and then maybe blow dry them if you want it to last longer, but they look good for at least a little. So yeah, we would just want to make sure we're protecting our skin, our scalp, our hair when we're outside in the sun. We want to make sure that when we come in, we're washing our hair really, really well, super conditioning your hair, using your hair milk, giving it that TLC, and trimming your bangs. Make sure you have your clips, comb, scissors. Buy the clip-in bangs if you want, but you always want to make sure you're using tinier sections and you're holding them close to your face, just to make sure that you know, you're not ending up cutting them too jagged or too short. And the heatless styling, just, you know, give it a shot. If you have any questions, message me. Like I said, you know, I'm always kind of thinking about ways that my hair can look a little better. But if you're doing your hair a lot at home, you know, the biggest help that I've found is having a mirror that you can see the back. I've lived places where I couldn't see the back of my hair, and I just tend to put it in a ponytail or a bun because I had no idea what was going on. So, you know, like, buy yourself that. You know, do yourself a little favor and have something that's going to help you be able to see the back of your head. You know, quick thing I want to say too, it's almost Father's Day. We have great men's products. I referenced a bunch of products that we have on our website, Ruzel is our men's line. They have cool Father's Day packaging and cool sets for shaving. Guys with beards need to take care of them. The 3-in-1 tea tree shampoo, conditioner, body wash, super tingly head to toe. Really good for the guy in your life. So just so you can keep in touch, you can visit our website, reviveloveshair.com. You can follow my Instagram at Hairstory by Amanda, and the salon's Instagrams, which are at Revive Loves Hair and at Revive Dry Bar. And this was a great time. I hope everybody had fun watching me play with fake bangs and or laughing, and that you took something out of this. My name's Amanda Lenz, and this was a Strata Flats takeover. Have a great weekend.